festival begins at 7 a.m.
Paddle fest, where you get out on the boat in the lake and paddle.
I enjoy
That's what it is.
kayaking and canoeing,
Well, then you would enjoy that.
but not so much at 7 a.m.
Okay, yeah, you would get up about 4:30.
See that 6?
Well, unlike you. If I'm gonna-
Okay.
I go to work way before that every day. That's not gonna be the enjoyment of going down there on the lake.
Festival.
No.
Are we good? Okay, can we call the roll, please?
Kim Pepper,
Here.
April Fabella. Here. Ronnie Maines,
Here.
Jason Payne.
Here.
Jenna Smith. Here.
Okay, we have a quorum for the August 19th, 2025 Williamstown City Council meeting. I'll call the meeting to order. Welcome all guests, thank you for coming. I'm hoping everybody signed in on their way in. If not, please do so. And at this time, I'd like to ask everyone to stand. Jason, would you give the invocation, and then we'll do the pledge of allegiance.
Sure. Let's go ahead and pray. Dear Heavenly Father, we just thank you so much for another day of life. Thank you so much for this time that you've given us to discuss our city's different events and all the exciting stuff going on here in our town. Thank you so much for those that have showed up tonight with the interest of what's going on. And I pray that you would just give everyone here on this council and our mayor wisdom and guidance as we make decisions tonight. Lord, I pray that you would be in the middle of our discussion and all of our decisions, and help us to continue to bless you, Lord, and just thank you for this time. In Jesus' name, amen.
I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, please be seated, thank you. We do have some announcements. Music on Main this Friday, the 22nd, downtown Williamstown. Bless you. It's always a good time to see everybody together at these events. Saturday, we have Paddle Fest at Lake Williamstown. It starts at 7 a.m. Oh, and the Music on Main starts at 6 p.m. We have 40 Days and 40 Nights still happening at the Ark with their Gospel Music Fest. And on the 30th, there is Dry Ridge Party in the Park in Dry Ridge. So the county is full of activities for the next couple weeks. Also, just an FYI, municipal offices will be closed on Monday, September 1st, in recognition of Labor Day. And the next Williamstown City Council meeting will be Tuesday, September 2nd, due to the fact that Monday is a holiday, Labor Day. So that is it for our announcements. I do want to give a little bit of an update from my end of things. First of all, I had the honor and the opportunity to participate in the back-to-school bash for Williamstown School last Friday, the 8th. And John, I thought everything was great. All the kids and the school spirit, I really thought was great. And so it was an honor to be there, and I really appreciate being invited for that. To the council, the fiscal court in Grant County has passed an ordinance regarding street legal special purpose vehicles in unincorporated areas of Grant County. I think I said that at last meeting. And City of Dry Ridge, I believe, I know they've done one reading, they might have done second reading already. So my question to the council would be, does anybody have an interest in also doing that? I don't know what.
You said the city and the county.
Well, the county has passed
City of Dry Ridge.
allowing it for the unincorporated areas of the county. City of Dry Ridge, so then each city would have to pass it for their own. City of Dry Ridge, I know had the first reading, I believe their second reading was yesterday, I'm not 100% on that. So they will be allowing it, and I'm wondering how this council feels as far as, do you need more information on it? Or have you had a chance to think about it? I think I spoke about it a couple of times now.
So they can just ride down Main Street?
They still have to register their vehicles, and you still have to have a license, and, you know, there are requirements, but yes.
Yeah, I mean, I understand where it's needed at times. I mean, I definitely am concerned about safety, but I don't know how we go about making sure that it's safe if we do decide to move forward with that.
We can get copies of the counties and the fire to see what they have. Anybody else have it?
One thing I pictured, I mean, they've never really I've never seen their ordinance, or any of their information. I'm just picturing, is it people that's gonna ride golf carts and gators down the road and maybe a fancy lawnmower? I mean, you know, that's the thing that I'm more concerned about.
Right.
You don't wanna just be traveling out in the county and you come over a rise here, running 45 mile an hour, and somebody's out on a golf cart just putzing along because they can. You mentioned it's supposed to be licensed, but I've never seen a golf cart licensed.
Well, the good news is, they would have to be, right? Because people use them.
Okay, you see mini bikes out all the time anymore, and I don't know. It's just, they didn't give more clarification on what you can
More
use or not
information.
use. I mean, I seen somebody on Humes Ridge the other night on a golf cart,
Yeah,
which really don't bother me, but it's the idea of, if you're running 10 mile an hour and your speed limit's 35, I wouldn't want us to endorse something that could tragically happen because we have an ordinance that says you can use
yeah.
something like that. I mean, if you got an identified street or a great big wide sidewalk, that's one thing, but I don't know, I just think there's more.
So should I get some more information?
Yes,
I think so.
that'd be fine.
Does our chief have a opinion about it? Would it put a lot more stress on the police department?
It depends, according to the ordinance, if you're gonna do it that way, it still has to have all the regular safety features of a regular vehicle. So it would still have to be registered, still has to have mirrors, headlights, all that, turn signals, that's what it's asking for. Basically just need your approval on it. As far as like golf carts, like you can use a golf cart, but it's still gotta be registered and have all the other safety measures on the vehicle.
Yeah. I've seen in North Myrtle Beach, it's a beach community, there's golf courses, there's people that ride them around town. It's kinda neat, but I don't know that there's a reason or a need for it just yet. I mean, unless the ARC opened up a special golf course area that you could park your, people that were in an Airbnb could drive over on a golf cart or something, I don't know. But I don't know that there's a,
All right.
it's interesting, I think it's definitely it's worth looking at.
All right, so I'll get some more information, maybe I'll get copies of the ordinances, and then give everybody a chance to digest it.
Thank you.
But I've been wanting to bring that up just to see where we're at. We had a very productive phone call today with a colleague of Luke's, Cindy Effinger from the McBrayer Law Firm regarding updating our personnel policy. And I think it was pretty beneficial. And hopefully by the next council meeting, if not soon thereafter, we can go through some of the changes or proposals that I think brings us up until 2025 instead of 1995. I just wanted to pass that on because we talked about it a couple weeks ago. It was brought to my attention not too long ago that our payroll app that we use for payroll for the city is an app that is also we get it through our company that does our auditing. And after speaking to a couple people, including Luke, I don't feel good that our auditors are supplying a payroll app to us and therefore they're kind of like auditing themselves when it comes to that. So I've instructed the city clerk to look for a new payroll company, to separate that. And I just wanted everybody to know that before people get whacked out. I also want to bring to attention a couple of things, upcoming events. Williamstown is hosting the next Farm to Table event. As you know, it's an event that goes through the different cities in the county. It's Williamstown's turn this September 12th, and so I would ask that everybody can attend. Only 150 tickets will be sold. 100, I'm being told 100 tickets are already purchased. So it's a great event, just to be downtown Williamstown with the lights on. We'll close the city down, the road down about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So I just want to make sure everybody's aware of that. I think dinner starts at 6, cocktail hour starts at 6, dinner at 7 or thereabouts. And just so everybody can be aware and hopefully get tickets. I think everybody at this table has been asked to come. Marigold Day Festival, which is scheduled for Saturday the 20th. Again, that's an all-day event. That'll be downtown Williamstown. The parade will start at 10 a.m. With the concerts starting at 11. We have Marty Jones at 11. I think Top Disc Band's at 1:15, Jason?
It'll be at 1 o'clock.
Yeah, and then it'll go till 5 o'clock. But another thing I thought was pretty interesting, we were lucky enough to have a company called A Picture's Worth, and it's a team that does I can never say it. Thank you, documentaries. And they came in this past Friday, and we had a group of former mayors and former people who are in charge of past Marigold Day festivals, and historians came in and basically did a video of pictures and stories. And it was just great to see everybody come in and be able to tell about their memories from Marigold Days. And this was all done through the generous people for Interact for Health, which is also the organization that's contributed $10,000 to the Marigold Day Festival. The finished documentary will be presented at Marigold Day, providing an opportunity for other residents to share their stories and add pictures and things like that. And this will mark the beginning of a broader effort to document and celebrate our city's special events. So even though it starts at Marigold Day, we want to be able to start this program of just documenting memories of events that go on through Williamstown and have them available to the public to share. And again, the organization Interact for Health has stepped up and donated the cost for this expense. So I think it's something that we should all know. That's all I have for my update. Next on the agenda is the superintendent's monthly updates. Are there any questions? I do want to note one thing on the superintendent's reports, the city clerk's report. Crystal and Lisa, you will all see, gave us a great budget tracker that basically lays out the total year budget by line, balances, and the active month. So this will be given to the council each month. You'll be able to track the expenses that happened in the month compared to budget, and you know, be able to track trends. So I really was happy that this was done, and we will continue that going forward. And then the rest of the superintendent's reports are in there. And please let me know if you have any questions. For those of you who are saying, what about the new fire truck? Because I know some of you are thinking that. Mr. Crupper, you were right, it's gonna be more towards November, than, it's closer to November than August.
You're not surprised, are you?
I'm not shocked. Are we still going through them, or should I move on? Everybody good? No questions?
Yeah, we're done.
All right. That being said, correction and approval of minutes for regular council meeting of August 4th. Was that? Oh, I did. That was a Freudian slip. Okay, old business, sorry. Second reading of ordinance 2025-13, zone change of 38.43 acres from agricultural 1A1 to plan unit development. This is a second reading, and Mr. Morgan, do you want to read?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Mayor. And, I'm going to read the title of this ordinance as well as a summary of it, rather than reading all of the pages, and that will be for this proposed ordinance as well as all ordinances going forward. So this is the summary, the gist of this ordinance. It's ordinance number 2025-13, an ordinance of the City of Williamstown, Grant County, Kentucky, amending the official zoning map of the City of Williamstown, Kentucky, changing the zoning classification of a 38.43 acre parcel of land from agricultural 1, paren A1, to a zoning classification of planned unit development, PUD. The parcel is located at 143 South Main Street, Dry Ridge, Kentucky, at the northern border of the corporate limits of the City of Williamstown, Kentucky, lies within the corporate limits of the City of Williamstown and owned by Andrew and Krista Ham. Now therefore be it ordained by the City Council of Williamstown, Grant County, Kentucky as follows. Whereas the City Council of the City of Williamstown, Kentucky sees fit to change the zoning classification of a 38.43 acre parcel of land from A1 to PUD. The land being located at 143 South Main Street, Dry Ridge, Kentucky, but within the corporate limits of Williamstown, Kentucky. The property being currently owned by Andrew and Krista Ham. Whereas the Grant County Joint Planning Commission did make written findings and conclusions in support of the requested zone change and zoning map amendment. Whereas the City Council reviewed said application at its regular meeting of August 4, 2025, and reviewed the evidence and findings and conclusions of the Grant County Joint Planning Commission in support of the changes. Whereas the City Council of the City of Williamstown, Kentucky does agree with the findings, conclusions, and recommendations of the Grant County Joint Planning Commission in support of the changes concerning the change in zoning classification and map amendment by majority vote of the entire legislative body, given first reading at regular session of the 4th day of August 2025, given second reading at special session this 19th day of August 2025, and there's a line for the mayor and city clerk to sign. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. So before we proceed, I'd like to read a letter, statement from Councilor Smith, Mayor Henson, and fellow council members. I am submitting this letter stating that I am abstaining from the vote on the proposed zone change request by Mr. and Mrs. Ham, ordinance 2025-13. My decision is based on my employer owning property adjacent to the property under consideration. So duly noted. This being the second reading, I am open to any motions, and seconds, and we can have discussion.
I would make a motion that we adopt ordinance 2025-13 has been presented and was with discussion.
Motion made by Counselor Cropper, is there a second?
I'll second it.
Seconded by April Fabella, Counselor. Okay, open for discussion.
As I'd mentioned in our last meeting, just in clarification, that, after reviewing what planning and zoning had done and their recommendations, the only disagreement that I had with that, in what they recommend in their approval, that they had recommended that the southernmost entrance on the submitted plan be constructed first at the start of development. I do understand what Mr. Logan Murphy had addressed, that the state would dictate where it's at, and as I had mentioned, that in his original site plan, the northernmost entrance would be the one that would be more favorably recommended. And something that probably, where did Logan go? He was here. Oh, I'm sorry. You had moved on me. Logan, another question I have here too. Item 2 in their recommendations, a traffic study must be conducted and the requirements of the state must be followed. How soon or later does a traffic study have to be for something that's not even there yet?
Typically, we try to do them as close to the time that you're gonna go for approvals as you can, because you can do a traffic study, if it sits for too long, they'll make you do it again.
So it's really not a favorable thing to do it now, is that?
No, I
Okay.
would not recommend doing it now, unless somebody wanted to start immediately.
Okay, these are things I just needed more clarification on, because this is one of their recommendations. I couldn't imagine a traffic study done now, there's no dirt ever moved or nothing's happened.
Now, chances are, depending on when it develops.
Okay.
I mean, it could be this fall, could be next spring, next summer, who knows? It's all gonna depend on when it develops.
Yeah,
There's a lot of other things that have to happen
sure.
before we do that.
Okay. So in identification of this ordinance, that was the clear
No,
part I
no.
wanted to make sure.
None of the conditions the planning commission had put on this really meant anything other than the one about the entrance.
Okay, all right. That, and of course, as we mentioned, and they agreed, to always build at least 3 houses a year to keep the project moving, and they agreed
They're
at the
agreeable
last
with
minute.
that.
Okay, that was the only questions I had. I appreciate your time on that.
No, thank you. That being said, do we have opinion, and do we wait for a site plan to make those, or do we move on?
No, the zone change typically occurs and then everything gets.
I'm asking the city attorney.
Well, I agree that just wanna make sure I understand the question here. When this ordinance is done, then the zone change occurs.
Yeah.
And then we move on to well, this has already been approved by the county planning commission, so.
Yeah, I just wanna make sure Councilor Cropper's concerns are addressed. Do you feel comfortable, Kim?
I think after what Logan has said, as it's been pointed out, as long as those concerns are identified, that, yeah, the way the ordinance reads, we didn't agree with completely everything planning and zoning did. A couple of concerns, I think they've been addressed. As long as everybody knows that, I don't have an issue with it. So if it needs to be in print or not, that's up to Mr. Morgan to decide that, if it needs to be in print or not, or you just attach them, the minutes maybe to the ordinance as an exhibit, I'm not sure.
I think providing the commission with the minutes showing that there is discussion and Councilman Crupper's thoughts, as well as anybody else's thoughts about this and being made as an exhibit is a good idea. And then that being provided to the commission.
Fair enough. Any other discussion?
It- The only issue is the entrance. That one entrance on the north side the railroad tracks is right there.
Understand.
And,
We're just gonna
and
deal
they
with it.
do, the railroad owns some of the highway.
Yeah, they do, they own out into
Yeah.
25. But that's
I mean, just,
all the way through the counties like
Yeah.
that, yeah.
I mean, just years ago, when I had a wrecker service, I pulled 2 cars off of that, well, a pickup truck and a car off that railroad. One of them was on the railroad tracks, the other one wasn't, you know, the safety of it.
Yeah, that's,
I know.
but that's the way it is through the whole county. A lot of places up 25, it actually goes across
Yeah,
into the fields on the west side of 25.
and it's just scary coming down through there. Here comes train, it happened the other night, you know, coming up through there, train's right there with you.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the north entrance is the best location because it's got the best sight distance.
Yeah, yeah, the other entrance is, it's awful, yeah.
It's not real good.
But I know the truck parking lot would be the best one, but, yeah,
The problem with that one is the sight distance to the south. I actually spent about an hour with Rick Shea with Highway Department
yeah,
about 2 weeks ago up there, and had a rangefinder out in stick rule, and we're trying to watch traffic and see what was doing, you know, what was happening. The truck parking lot, you know, on its face value, if you just glance away, this is the best place for it.
yeah,
The only problem is where you have to put the entrance, the crest is basically the property line there with Lucas Pool. You know, the property
yeah,
line by Lucas.
yeah.
Okay,
Uh,
so you're gonna have to put the entrance to the north of that. Okay, so you're gonna have to see over that crest into that dip, okay? And the problem is if you back up and you get, you know, the required distance off the ground and look, a lot of the smaller cars just disappear
Yeah,
in that dip. And that's, you know, if everybody drove a full-size pickup, it wouldn't be a problem, but you don't design for full-size pickups, you design for mini
yeah,
coupes.
another thing is, you know, you got a business here and they got a beautiful home here, and you're driving right, you know, like,
I understand.
you know, some of the other places in the counties like that, you know, like. But I'm for the housing, I mean, we need housing and stuff, it just, the entrances.
I'm not
Yeah.
saying that where the truck parking won't work,
Yeah,
I just couldn't get an answer from the highway department 2 weeks ago when I met with them. Okay. They were kinda like me, yeah, maybe, maybe not. So
yeah,
they kicked it up the chain of command. So I figured in 3, 4, 5 months, I may hear something back.
yeah, it's just a nice area there, it's wide and, you know, you got plenty of room. and-
Right, on face
I know.
value, it looks pretty good.
Yeah,
Until you back up and start putting, you know, the entrances, you gotta go here, you're looking down through there, and you're like, yeah. You know,
You
yeah, you
good?
can see a long ways,
Ronnie,
except under
you
the
good?
dip.
we do. Any other discussion? Roll call?
Kim Cropper,
Yes.
April Favela. Yes. Ronnie Maines,
yes,
Jason Payne,
Yes.
Jenna Smith.
Abstain.
Okay, motion passes, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Logan. Okay, now, on to new business. Apologize for that. Correction and approval of minutes for regular council meeting of August 4th, 2025. And I'll take a motion whenever anybody's ready.
I'll make a motion to approve minutes for council meeting on August 4th, 2025.
Motion made by Counselor April Favela to approve motion, to approve the minutes.
I have one question.
Yep.
At this meeting on August the 4th, I don't see where, or if it needed to be in there, where John Coleman resigned. Did you need that in there?
Well, I'm gonna read his resignation
So
letter.
it don't mean.
I don't think,
Okay, fine. No,
it won't affect any time, yeah.
all right.
I'll second that.
Second by Ronnie Maines, Counselor. Discussion on the motion to approve the minutes of August 4th, 2025. Hearing no discussion, roll call.
Kim Crupper,
Yes.
April Cabela. Yes. Ronnie Maines.
Yes.
Jason Payne,
Yes.
Jenna Smith.
Yes.
Okay, motion passes, thank you. Next up is reading a letter from John Coleman stating his resignation from city council. I'd like to read the letter from him. Dear Mayor Henson, council members, city employees, and residents of Williamstown. It is with a heavy heart that I submit my resignation from my position on the Williamstown City Council effective immediately. I want to be clear to our residents and city employees that this decision was not made because of one issue or vote. It comes after much reflection on the amount of time and effort I have dedicated to trying to bring meaningful change and improvements to the city that both my wife and I live in and work in, a city we deeply care about. I've pushed, I've fought, and I've shown up because I truly wanted better for our town. For as long as I can remember, folks, myself included, have said nothing ever changes around here. I foolishly believed I could help change that. But I've learned the hard way that one person alone can't move a whole city forward, especially when too many are afraid of change. Serving on the council has been an incredible learning experience, and I'm truly grateful for all the lessons it has taught me. Those lessons have also helped me see that stepping away is what's best, not only for myself, but for the city. I care too much to remain in a space where my ability to contribute truly feels limited. While I'm leaving this council seat, I'm not quitting on Williamstown. I'll keep pouring my energy into the other parts of the community where I serve and can hopefully still make a difference. I would like to encourage everyone else to do the same. Thank you to everyone who supported me and stood beside me during my time on the council. It's been an honor to serve, and I'll always fight for the future of our city, just from a different place now. Respectfully, John C. Coleman, City Council. With that, we certainly thank John. On behalf of the city, I want to thank him for his contributions, his hard work, his energy that he gave to the city. He certainly will be missed, and I hope nothing but good fortune for him in the future. That being said, and does anybody else want to say anything on that? That being said, we have a vacancy, and as you know from the last time, we have 30 days to fill it. And by we, I mean the council actually fills the vacancy. And I have taken the liberty of coming up with an outline of how to do that. You can read it and say, good, or you can read it and say, Dave, we will do our own thing. It's up to you. I'll just take them. So from this point, we have 30 days. My suggestion would be to get out a notification of an empty seat, submit for applications. I put down deadline for 4 p.m. on Wednesday, the 27th. You have the candidate qualifications, those are per our ordinance. Term of service, whoever fills this position would serve until December 31st, 2026. And then the application submission would go to my office via email or regular mail, et cetera, with the hope that at the next meeting we would have candidates contacted and they can interview in the September 2nd. Hold on. Yeah, applicants are expected to be available for interviews during the council meeting on Tuesday, September 2nd. Where at that point we could, by we, again, I mean the council, appoint someone to fill the vacancy, but really we have 30 days from today. So with that, I'll open up for discussion.
Is there also an interview process or just the application process?
The interviews will happen on the second, during
Oh.
basically, like when
The
April,
same thing we just did.
same thing that we just did with April.
Looks good to me.
Looks good.
You okay with that one,
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
Jenna? Mr. Crumpler?
This looks good, yes, sir.
Okay. All right, so with that, I don't think we need a vote or anything, it was consensus, and we'll move forward and start that process. Okay, next on the new business agenda, city council consideration approval of electric department fence request for bid. Joe is looking, he sent out a bid for a new fence around his building. He recommends, please be advised that the bid opening for the electric department was held on August 12th. We went through the bidding process per the ordinance, at which time 2 bids were received. Please find below the bid information. After reviewing the bid submitted, it is my recommendation for city council to consider approving the bid as submitted by R&M Fence in the amount of $38,890. Thank you for your consideration. And you could see the bids are attached.
I think it looks good. Along with this, I was wondering if there's consideration for the maintenance department to get a little piece of fence so that you can't just walk back into the, we can talk about that later, but the maintenance department needs a little more security down there too, it looks like. Just from working on the stage the last few weeks, I noticed that it's just wide open. So if there's that looks good.
We'll take a look at that. Anybody want to make a motion?
I'll make that motion that we accept the bid that's been submitted by R&M Fence.
Okay, we have a motion made by Councilor Smith to accept R&M Fence bid amount of $38,890.
Second.
Is there a second? Second by Councilor Payne. Discussion on the motion? Hearing no discussion, roll call please.
Kim Crupper,
Yes.
April Cabello,
Yes.
Ronnie Maines,
Yes.
Jason Payne,
Yes.
Jenna Smith.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. The motion passes and we've accepted the bid. Okay. Next on our agenda, downtown on Main Street. As you know, there's been considerable construction going on for several years. We met with Mr. Filippo last week and discussed proper zoning and permits for the building that he's renovating. And with that, we came up with a scenario where we need a couple of changes. One is a conditional use for that property, for that place, allowing a new type structure, which we're calling a boutique hotel, to the central business district. And the first one, number 5, is a definition of what a boutique hotel is. So we're asking to submit an application for a text amendment to the planning and zoning regarding that. And then we'll talk about number 6. So, are there any, you know what, Luke, I'm sorry, go ahead and read.
Well, actually, Mr. Mayor, I think items 5 and 6 really are combined in this proposed ordinance summary that I'll be reading.
Okay,
So, as you're saying, the item number 5 on your agenda talks about defining a boutique hotel. Item number 6 talks about adding this to the conditional use exceptions. So this would be to allow for what is to be defined as a boutique hotel to be conditionally exempt from these ordinances. So this is ordinance number 2025, presumably number 14. It's an ordinance of the City of Williamstown, Grant County, Kentucky, amending the text of the official zoning ordinance 80-119 et sec, Article 7, definitions, Article 10, district regulations, and Section 10, central business district zones, CBD. And a copy of all of these, members of the council, are available in your packet, all the 20-some-odd pages of these. Again, I'm just reading the summary of the changes here. Whereas the City Council of the City of Williamstown, Kentucky sees fit to add boutique hotel to the conditional uses exceptions expressed in its official zoning ordinance 80-199 et sec, Article 10, District Regulations, Section 10, Central Business District CBD. Whereas the City Council of the City of Williamstown, Kentucky hereby defines a boutique hotel as a building or structure kept, used, maintained, advertised, or held out to the public as a place where sleeping accommodations are furnished to the public, consisting of a total of 50 or fewer lodging rooms. A boutique hotel shall be located in a renovated space in the City of Williamstown, and as such may have lodging rooms on the ground floor of the building. Given first reading at regular session the 19th day of August, that needs to be changed, 2025, and if it's passed, a second reading presumably at the regular session, the third day of September second day of September 2025. And then a line for the mayor to sign and attested by the city clerk.
That is for both of them that you just read?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, this is just a first reading. Second reading was September 2nd. Any questions on this?
Does anybody have any idea how many, typically in the central business district, up until now, central business district did not have living quarters on the first floor. It's always been retail for a couple of reasons. One being, if it's retail, whether it be all of the things that are listed under central business district, different businesses that you can have and then permitted uses. I know it's early probably to find out if the first floor of this building, is it gonna be all boutique motel rooms, or is it gonna have a mix of permitted uses?
I believe, if I remember correctly, there's gonna be at least a restaurant on the first floor with rooms on the first floor. There's gonna be a restaurant and bar underneath.
Okay,
So Anita, am I correct on that?
Correct.
okay. So, with that in mind, I guess, if anybody in the central business district that owns a building, that means they can have rented rooms in any building?
This is a boutique.
Okay, so you're going to
Condition.
identify it as a boutique motel?
Correct.
Or hotel?
Correct. Which sets it apart.
All right. That's all the question I have.
Anyone else? Anybody from the public would like to speak or ask questions? Okay, thank you. That will be for both those ordinances we just read first reading.
Will the second reading be at September 2nd?
Correct. Number 7, city council authorization for mayor and city personnel to advertise, seek water treatment plant, project request for qualifications for engineering. So I've been talking to you, we're working hard with Northern Kentucky Ad as our partner on this water treatment plant issue with the zebra mussels. I've also been telling you that the zebra mussels have really, we have not seen many at all lately. Not sure if that will continue, but as of right now, we're pleasantly surprised that they are pretty much absent. That being said, I'm still requesting authorization to proceed with a request for qualifications for an engineer to be able to reach out and get a grant and/or KIA low-interest loan, assuming that this issue either comes back or persists. By authorizing the request for qualifications, we've committed the city to no funds. We're just going out and getting, we're submitting firms, engineering firms, to list their qualifications to be able to design the solution to this issue regarding the intake pumps at the water treatment plant. Another thing that these engineering firms will do as part of their job is to secure or help secure funding, grants, et cetera. So it's all part of that. However, we can at any time say, you know, thanks, but no thanks. So by giving authorization to go forward, you are not committing the city to any money at this point. But it's a step we have to take if we do want to get a grant or low-interest loan. And I did get an email just before we went to the council meeting today from Grace Herman from the NKADD stating that we are, you know, we're in good shape to get even a grant at this point. Timmy Beach and Crystal, excuse me, and Laura have been working very hard on this. Jenna?
So we need to get information on engineering services, correct?
Right.
So we'll get, I guess, bids on that, and then we would,
Exactly. So
the grant money would go towards
paying them.
payment.
Yeah, so we've been working with a company called Bluegrass Engineering, a gentleman by the name of Brian Loven. I'm not saying his firm will end up getting it, but we've been working with him and his firm. The project is somewhere between $600,000 and $700,000. But again, part of their specialty is helping secure funding. In order for us to go forward, should we decide, yeah, the zebra mussels are back, or whatever we decide, we cannot go any further unless we have an engineer on board. Northern Kentucky Ad, at that point, will say, okay, you're done. So, I guess that being said, if there's a motion to authorize that, or not, I'll listen.
Well, I mean, if we authorize to go forward, I mean, we're just,
I am not gonna commit the city
Right.
to a dime
So,
until
yeah.
this council's aware and improves.
right, we're just gonna like research it and
That's it.
figure out what,
Yeah, we're gonna go out and look for an engineering firm to assist us. And then we could say, you know what, no, we're not gonna do it, too high, too low, whatever.
okay. I gotcha.
Anyone?
I'll make a motion to continue the research and pursue a grant from the NKAD
Grant or
Or loan.
loan?
or loan.
I have a motion to authorize the mayor and/or city personnel to advertise a water treatment plant and raw water intake project request for qualifications for engineering services for Zebra Mussels project. Is that your motion, Jason?
That sounds good.
Okay.
Make a motion on that.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Second by Ronnie Maines. Any discussion on the motion? Roll call, please.
Kim Crupper.
Yes.
April Flabella.
Yes.
Ronnie Maines.
Yes.
Jason Payne.
Yes.
Jenna Smith.
Yes.
Okay, motion passes. Thank you. Okay. Moving right along. So I am happy to announce what I'm about to announce. The city has reached a tentative agreement with MGPI concerning the breach of contract lawsuit they initiated against the city. MGPI initially sought damages amounting to over $1 million stemming from actions taken by the former mayor. The mayor had signed a revenue bond ordinance and entered into a contract with MGPI supporting the project in full. After these commitments, the mayor reversed his position and attempted to dissolve the agreement, resulting in a legal dispute that has persisted for almost 2 years. Since assuming office, I have been determined in resolving this issue for the city. The ongoing legal fees have placed a considerable burden on our resources. Notably, between June of '24 and June of '25, the city accrued more than $100,000 in legal expenses solely related to the MGPI lawsuit. The impending discovery phase threatened to escalate these costs even further. So the next phase to this litigation was discovery, which, as you all know, if you don't know, it's very expensive, with no foreseeable resolution in sight. Under the terms of the settlement, the city admits no wrongdoing, and I have a copy of it here. I think I gave you all a copy last night to read individually. The city admits no wrongdoing, and specifically, we have agreed to pay $100,000, a decision made specifically to halt further financial losses and put an end to this matter. And that's written in this. It's basically to cut our losses, stop the legal fees, bleeding, and move on. This resolution marks a positive step for Williamstown, enabling the city to move forward without the weight of ongoing litigation. I am seeking authorization to sign the agreement on the city's behalf so we may close this chapter and move forward to future progress. I'm assuming you've all read it, and is there a motion to authorize the mayor to sign this settlement? Basically, it says we have, from signage, I believe we have 14 days, I think it's 14 or 30 to send them a check. And at that point, they would dismiss all litigation against the council, the title of mayor, and everybody, and the city council itself in the city. And just to be clear, the former mayor personally, who is being litigated against, is not involved in this at all. He is still on his own. Is there a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Motion made by Ronnie Maines to authorize the mayor and the city to sign off on this settlement agreement with MGPI. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Councilor Payne. Is there any discussion? Anybody want to say anything?
Just thank you for, getting this moving forward so that we can move past this. So thank you for all your work towards that.
Anyone else? No. If not, roll call, please.
Kim Crupper.
Yes.
April Flabella.
Yes.
Ronnie Maines.
Yes.
Jason Payne.
Yes.
Jenna Smith.
Yes.
Motion passes. That's very good news. I think everybody here should congratulate themselves that we finally have that behind us. And Luke, thank you for your work on it. I really appreciate it. Okay, we are coming to the end. I think Counselor Payne has a letter he would like to read, or a statement he'd like to make.
Yes, I'd like to read this, coming to the end here. Dear Mayor Henson and members of the council and the residents of Williamstown, serving our community over the past 2.5 years has been one of my greatest honors in my life. I've learned so much, and it's been really a blessing to be a part of this group and this team. I truly have been entrusted by our residents to help lead and represent the city I've come to love so dearly. My family and I moved here 6 years ago from San Diego, and it's been a blessing to be involved in our community and the work that we've all done together here. The progress that we've made to move things forward makes me really excited about the future. After much prayer and reflection, I'm writing to formally resign from my position as City Council member from the City of Williamstown, effective August 19th, 2025. Williamstown is moving in such a positive and forward-thinking direction. It's my passion for the city it's my passion for the city to only grow stronger. It's a very love that I have for our community that has led me to pursue a new opportunity to continue to serve in a different capacity. I'm excited to accept the full-time role as the new city zoning administrator, and where I believe I can make a continued impact on our collective future. Thank you for your support and your collaboration and the dedication you've all put on Williamstown. I look forward to working alongside you guys and in this new chapter for my career and also for the city. So with heartfelt thanks, I appreciate allowing me to be a part of this team, and look forward to continued teamwork with y'all. Any questions?
Thank you, Jason. And I'd like to, does anybody have anything they want to say? I'd like to say one quick thing. So I'd like to extend my sincere appreciation to Councilman Payne for his dedicated service to the city of Williamstown and his continued commitment to our community. I am pleased to announce that I have offered the position of zoning administrator to Jason, and he has accepted. I would now like to share with the council and our residents, an overview of the selection process. The position was publicly advertised, and we received approximately 24 to 25 applicants. I requested that City Clerk Crystal Fryman and former zoning administrator Laura McClanahan oversee the initial stages of the hiring process, including reviewing applications, arranging interviews, and narrowing the applicant pool to the top 3 candidates for my consideration. During their review, they determined that interviewing the top 4 candidates before selecting the final 3 would provide a stronger evaluation. Once the top 3 candidates were identified, I conducted personal interviews with each candidate and with both Ms. Fryman and Ms. McClanahan in attendance. Each candidate was asked the same set of questions to ensure fairness and consistency in the evaluation process. Following these interviews, we collectively concluded that Jason was the most qualified applicant and best fit for the role, based on his knowledge of the position and his familiarity with the city. We look forward to Jason's contributions and are confident he will serve the city of Williamstown with professionalism and dedication. Congratulations, Jason. I appreciate you coming on board.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anyone else, any comments? Nothing. Okay, with that, I'll take a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
Motion made by Ms. Smith. Second by Councilman Prepper. On roll call.
Kim Prepper.
Yes.
April Cabela. Yes. Ronnie Maines.
Yes.
Jason Payne.
Yes.
Dennis Smith.
Yes.
Thank you all. Appreciate you all coming.